Hi, and welcome to TextioPro, your SMS marketing platform solution. In this video, we're going to get started fast. We're going to go through 7 steps from creating the account to sending our first text message, which in most cases can be done in less than a half hour. The first step, of course, is to come to the website and to click any of the Create Account buttons. Next, we're going to fill out the account registration. It's important that you fill out the account registration form properly, so let's go over some of the details. Your username will be used for logging into your account. The email address should certainly be valid. The phone number that you use needs to be formatted properly for your country. So for example, the United States has a 10-digit phone number that should be preceded by the number 1, which is the country code for the United States. If you were in Russia, the country code is 7, or say the UK, the country code is 44. Next, you want to make sure you create a secure password, which is a combination of alphanumerical characters, at least one capital letter, and then a special character, such as exclamation mark or the pound sign. Choosing the correct time zone is also important because this is used to schedule your text messages. Make sure you have the right country entered, and the CAPTCHA code here is case sensitive, so you will need to make sure that it is in all caps. Agree to the terms of service and the privacy policy and click the register button. At this point, you get this notification that you've been sent an email with a link that needs to be clicked. When we go to the Gmail account, we do see that we have a register account email, and this email contains our password information, which should be either kept in the email, stored, or even backed up on a server. We also see that to continue the registration, we need to either click on this link here, or we need to highlight this link, copy it, and paste it in our address bar on a browser. After successfully doing that, we come to the login page with this notification that our account has been successfully registered. Now we're going to log into the account and we get this message. Just as a note, we now also receive a second email from TextioPro that the account registration has been successful, and it gives instructions that the account now needs to be activated. Here we see that it's a one-time fee of $15 in which you get the free phone number and 100 SMS credits and 100 voicemail credits. In this case, we're going to use a credit card. Once that payment is successful, the account is unlocked. At this point, you will need to log out of the account and back in to reset the session on the server. So we come here to this menu and click log out, and we're just going to log right back in. I will note that we received a third email letting us know that the account has been activated. Now back in the TextioPro system on the dashboard, we see that the 100 credits have been applied to both features. The next step is to get our phone number. So here I'm going to click on Get Number, this message here. You'll choose the country that you need the phone number in, and we'll continue to expand the country list, and we're going to use a local number. Now there's a couple different options that you have in selecting a phone number. You can simply leave these both blank and select from a list of numbers that are available. You can specify a specific area code. For example, if you live in Hawaii, you could use 808. If you live in Georgia or the Atlanta area, you could use 404 or 770. In this case, let's go ahead and use the Hawaii area code of 808, and let's also say that I would like to find a number that has my first name in it. So let's use Bill. And bill, of course, if we look at a telephone pad, we see that it is 2455. Now we're going to submit that for a search, and we see here that there is one number available that is a Hawaii area code, and the last four numbers would spell out bill. So if I wanted to advertise that on a business card or wherever it is, my number would be 808-427 bill. Just a little vanity tip: if it's special, you might want to try to include your company name or a word that would be very relevant to your company or what you're doing. So in this case, we're going to get this number, and as soon as we do that, we see that the number has been assigned to the account, and we see it listed here as our primary number. Now, depending on how many text messages or voicemail messages you plan on sending, you want to make sure that you have enough credits. If you know that you'll be sending over 100 SMS credits, you want to make sure that you buy more credits at this point. You can simply go here to the Buy Credits, choose SMS credits, choose your payment method, and then here you would go ahead and select the package that is right for you. In this demo, we're going to simply do one text message, and so we're not going to worry about purchasing more credits. Make sure you take advantage of all the tutorial videos through the system or on our YouTube channel to make your experience easier and more enjoyable as you learn to use the TextioPro system to increase the success of your business. In order to send the text message, there's a couple things that we need to do. The first step is to create a group. It's important at this point that you think about your group structure. What is the group that you are creating? Is this a bowling league? Is this group just for notifying your family? A specific group of friends? Is it prospects or customers? You want to take some time to think that through. It's going to make using the system easier in the future. In this case, we're going to go ahead and add a group. In this case, we're going to call this group TextioPro Customers. Now we have a keyword, and the keyword is used if you wanted to have somebody simply text a word to your primary number that will automatically join them to this group. In this case, I'm going to use TextioPro. This is a group type for joining, and we have other videos that go over the additional settings. We're not going to use birthday SMS wishes here. We're going to use SMS for our delivery method. MMS would be if we were sending an image. Here, we're going to just add a simple message. Now this message is for people that subscribe to the group. In our demonstration here, we're going to import or add contacts to our group. And in that case, we don't need to have a message because they won't receive a message because they're not subscribing from their phone. So we'll just leave a very generic message such as hi. This is mandatorily appended to each message to comply with the laws for spamming. If you want to be notified each time you have someone join your group, you'll put your mobile number in this field. In this case, we're not going to worry about a sign up notification, and we're going to click Save. We see that our group has been created, and so now what we want to do is add a contact. We come over here to the left menu, and we're going to Manage Contacts. We can add a contact one by one, or we can import a spreadsheet. In this case, we're simply going to add a contact. We choose the group that we're going to add it to. We're going to add our contact and include a phone number. It's important here that you also include the country code. In this case, 1. We can go ahead and include an email address. And again, here's the birthday. If you want your system to automatically send birthday greetings and happy wishes to a specific group, you would make sure that their birthday is included here. Once we have that filled out, we're going to click Submit. We now see that we have one subscriber. If we go back to our groups, we see that we have one subscriber in our TextioPro customers group. To upload a spreadsheet of contacts and their phone numbers, you can find that video in the description of the YouTube channel, in our knowledge base, included here in the tutorial video for importing contacts. Again, for demonstration purposes, we're going to skip that step at this point. What we're going to do now is create a message template. We come here to messages on the left hand side, and we're going to go to message templates. Here we're going to go to the actions and add a message template. First, we're going to name our template, and we'll just name it demonstration. Here we're going to add our message, and we're going to save that. Now keep in mind that text messages are limited to a number of characters, under 160. And you also need to remember that there is appended to the end of each of your message a short little opt-out option, so that again we comply to the utmost with spam laws. So it's best to keep them short, and you'll see that we also have a feature if you're going to include links in your messages. We have a link shortener here in the system. Now we're going to go ahead and save that message. Now we have created a group, we have added a contact, and we've added a message template. We're ready to send our first text message. We go to messages and we'll see send message. We're going to come down, we're going to send to a group. We're going to choose TextioPro customers. Leave the scheduled delivery unclicked unless you want to schedule it. We're going to use the message template that we created of demonstration. You see it populates the preview window here on the right hand side, and then this is the mandatory message, so keep in mind this is 11 characters, so you want to make sure that your text messages are 145 characters or less, or else you may be charged 2 credits for sending longer text messages. We will do a specific video on rotating through your long codes. You can purchase multiple phone numbers for your system, which is good if you're sending hundreds or thousands of text messages at once. The system will rotate which phone number the text messages are being sent through to increase deliverability and prevent the case of being flagged by a carrier like Verizon or AT&T. The sending throttle slows down the delivery rate of your text messages, which also helps with deliverability. In this case, we're just going to use 1 SMS per second because we only have one message we're sending, and we're going to send that message. We see that the bulk SMS message has been sent, and we'll include a photo of that message at the end. So this has been a simplified version of sending the text messages from creating your account to sending a message. Make sure as you go through the system, if you want to import a list of contacts, if you want to use shortened URLs for your website links that you include, make sure you look on each page. We typically have this tutorial video button, and that's going to give you a lot of help in understanding how each part of the system works. Now here we see our SMS credits have gone down to 99 because we sent one text message.